minimum spanning tree. Okay. So let me see now. So the topic is minimum spanning tree. So if you take an undirected graph, so you can see, for example, you have seen the screen now. Undirected graph. Okay, you can see the thing. So what do you mean by spanning tree? First, we'll see the definition. The spanning tree is a subgraph of an undirected connected graph, which includes all the vertices of a graph with a minimum possible number of edges. If a vertex is mixed, then it is not a spanning tree. So what do you mean by spanning tree? It is a tree that was derived from the given graph. In the tree, we should be able to connect all the vertices to some available edges. Then it is known as spanning tree. No problem. Once you see the example, you can understand the things. So the edges may or may not have weights assigned to them. Okay, but the main thing is you have to what we call visit the vertex. The total number of spanning trees with n vertices that can be created from a complete graph is equal to n to the power of n minus 2. So there we can create number of spanning trees, many number of spanning trees with the given vertices n. So how many different types of spanning trees I can build? N to the power of n minus 2. So you can see, for example, if you have a number of vertices as 4 in the given graph, okay, somebody again asked you the same question I explained previously. What is the difference between a tree and graph? Both are nonlinear. Good. Both are nonlinear. But a tree will not have any cycle, whereas a graph can have a cycle. Cycle means what? I can start from one node A and reach the same node A after visiting different paths after going to different nodes. So you can understand. So I'm writing simple. Tree will not have cycle, whereas graph will have a cycle. Tree will not have a cycle. Graph will have a cycle. That's the main difference. Okay. Both are nonlinear. Okay. I think you have understood. So from the graph, now I will derive a spanning tree. So spanning tree means what? It is a tree. Tree means what? There should not be any cycle. I will use the edges to connect the different vertices in the graph, but there should not be any cycle. So that's the meaning of the spanning tree. For example, if I have n is equal to 4, the maximum number of possible spanning trees is equal to 4 to the power of 4 minus 2 is equal to 16. The 16 spanning trees can be found from a complete graph with 4 vertices. Okay. Next example of a spanning tree. Now we will see the spanning tree. For example, this is the given spanning tree. Okay. Some of the different possible spanning trees. See, the number of different possible. See, I can have a graph, but for the same graph, I can have some n number of possible spanning trees. Okay, see the example. See I have shown you a graph now, A, B, C, D. Now, what are the different spanning trees available? You can see. Okay, you can see the place. So span tree. See the span tree. The first one is from A to B, A to D, and D to C. Second one is A to B, B to C, C to D. Next one is A to D, D to C, C to B. Next one is D to A to B, B to C. Next one is A to D, A to C, A to B. Next one is A to D, D to B, and B to C. So 6 type of spanning trees you can see. So in this way, we will be having different spanning tree. Now we will go to the definition of minimum spanning tree. So we have n number of spanning trees which connect different vertices of a given graph. But what we need a minimum spanning tree. That means in a minimum distance, in a minimum weight of an edge, I should visit all the vertices. Okay. So that is the name of minimum span trees. In one word, if we take a graph means what? There is a number of edges and vertices. So traversing means what? I should travel all the vertices. I should visit all the vertices. But that is nothing but a spanning tree. But minimum span tree means what? In less distance, in less weight, I should reach I should visit all the cities. If you consider city as a node, if there are n cities in a country, I can visit the n cities in a node in different manners, in different ways. That is known as spanning tree. Different ways is nothing but a spanning tree. But minimum spanning tree means what? With minimum distance, I should visit all the cities in a given country. Same, it is same implemented here. With minimum distance, I should visit all the nodes in a graph. So you can see. So let's understand. So you can see spanning tree 4, 5, 1, 2. These are the weight. Weight means what? In other words, if you consider the 4 cities in a country, A, B, C, D. From A to B, it is 4 kilometers. From B to C, for example, it is 1 kilometer. From D to C, it is 2 kilometers. From A to D is 5 kilometers. So this is the distance between different cities in a country. I can say what we call the city example is nothing but the same example of a vertices example in a graph. That is nothing but A, B, C, D. Consider A, B, C, D as a different cities in a given country, so that you can easily understand the spanning tree. Okay, so you can see now. So what are the different spanning trees available? I can build different spanning trees. That is, I can visit the different cities in the country in different ways. First, I can visit Chennai, and next Mumbai and Delhi, and next Kolkata. Or I can start from Chennai, I can visit Kolkata, Delhi, next Delhi, next Mumbai. Or I can start from Chennai, visit Kolkata, next Mumbai, next Delhi. In this way, I can visit all the nodes, all the cities in a given graph or in a given country in different ways. That is nothing but a spanning tree. Now, what's the challenge here? I should find the minimum distance. With minimum distance, I should visit the vertices of the given graph. That is nothing but a minimum spanning tree. So in this example, you can see different spanning trees available. First, we will compute the total weight of the different edges in the spanning tree. So these edges are nothing but the different distances that are covered in different ways when we visit the cities in a country. For example, A, B, C, D are different, 4 different cities in a graph. So I visited first, I started at B, visited A, next from A to D, D to C. Then how much distance I have covered? 11 kilometers I have covered. Next, I started at A, I visited D, next to C, next to B. So how much distance? 8. Next, from D to A to B, and B to C. What is the distance? Sum is equal to 10. A to B, B to C, C to D. Sum is equal to 7. So here, 4 types of spanning trees we have seen. Okay. Next, A to B, C, B to C, C to D. Sum is equal to 7. So these are the different span trees available. One is having weight as 7, one tree. Sum of the edges weight is 7. Next one is another span tree also 7. Okay, these are the 4 type of span trees. Now, what is the weight of each span tree? First one is 11, next one is 8, next one is 10, next one is 7. So 7 is the minimum spanning tree. So because the weight, the cost of visiting all the nodes in a graph is minimum in this 4th type of spanning tree. That is from A I will start, next I will visit B, from B to C, C to D. So in this way I will be visiting the nodes. So that is known as minimum spanning tree. So of all the 4 to 5 types of spanning trees available for the example graph, only one spanning tree is known as minimum spanning tree. So that the minimum spanning tree is having the weight of 7. So in 7 kilometers, if I take this part, in 7 kilometers only I can visit all the cities in the given country. For example, I'm telling you. So in the graph also I can visit all the vertices in the given graph with weight as 7. Okay. That's the example. So now we have algorithms to build a minimum span tree. What's the goal of us is nothing but visiting the nodes with minimum distance. Visiting the nodes with minimum distance. So that is known as minimum spanning tree. So how I will achieve that minimum spanning tree by using Prim's algorithm or Kruskal's algorithm. So one minute. So how to build a minimum span tree? So we have two algorithms mainly. There are many algorithms, but in our syllabus we are having only two main algorithms by which I will build a minimum spanning tree. Okay. So you can see here. So for example, we are having a given graph. This is the given graph, you can see. Now with this given graph, I should find the minimum spanning tree. Okay. So where I will be using this minimum spanning tree? To design networks like telecommunication networks, water supply networks, and electrical grids. So these are the applications in which I will be using minimum spanning tree. So if I want to lay telecommunication underground cable, then between different cities in the country, then what I will do, I will find the minimum distance in which I will connect all the vertices of all the cities in a given country. If you consider these vertices as cities in a given country, then it is the example is that is I want to lay telecommunication cable between the cities in the country. So what I will first see with minimum distance, how can I cover the all the cities in the given all the cities in a given network, that is in a given what we call graph or a given country. So in the same way, water grid, water supply networks, there will be huge water supply networks between different cities and different towns in the country. So what the government will see with minimum distance, how they will connect all the cities in a given country, or a graph. That is, in our example, it is a graph. Okay. At the same way, electrical grids, if you see the electrical transmission lines, you will be seeing high voltage lines somewhere in our fields, in our paddy fields, or somewhere very few will be there. So what the electricity departments sees, if they want to connect all the cities in the country, they will see that with minimum transmission lines, they should connect all the cities in the given country. So these are the examples in which I will be using this minimum spanning tree. So for minimum spanning tree, how to find the minimum spanning tree in a graph? What are the algorithms I will use? There are two algorithms mainly known as Pushkal's and Prim's. Okay. Pushkal's and Prim's. So now today we will be discussing Pushkal's algorithm. So you can see the given graph here. So there are different edges with different weights. There are different edges with different weights in the given graph. So you can see. Now what I will do, first step is in Pushkal's algorithm, I will take different edges and keep in a row in an order of increasing weights. That is, in an increasing order, I will keep the weights. So you can see. First, what is the minimum edge, minimum weight edge here? See, 6 to 7. So you can see the what we call it table here. 7 to 6 weight is 1. Next minimum distance is 2. That is 6 to 5 and 8 to 2. 8 to 2 and 6 to 5. So you can see that one. The weight, you can see the table here. 8 to 2 and 6 to 5. So the weights are 2 and 2. Next. After 2, what is the number 3? Is there any edge with weight 3? No. Now, next one is there any edge with weight 4? Yes, there are 2 edges with weight 4. That is 0 to 1 and 2 to 5. So those two edges I have mentioned in the table. So 0 to 1 and 2 to 5. So 4 is 0. Next weight is 5. Is there any edge with weight 5? No. Next one. Is there any edge with weight 6? Yes, it's one. Only one edge is there. That is 6 to 8. I will add to the table. 8 to 6. Next one. 6 is 0. Next weight is next edge with weight is 7. So next weight is 7. So how many edges are there with weight 7? 2 to 3 and 7 to 8. 2 to 3 and 7 to 8. 2 to 3 and 7 to 8. You can see the example here. 2 to 3 and 7 to 8. So with weight 7, 2 edges are there. With weight edge 8, how many edges are there? Only one edge. So you can see that. One, not 1 to 2. 8, 2 are there. See, 0 to 7 and 1 to 2. With a weight 8, 2 things are there. So 2 edges are there. So what is 0 to 7 and 1 to 2? You can see that. Next one. With edge 9, with weight 9, how many are there? Edges, only one is there. That is 3 to 4. So I will add to the list. 3 to 4. with edge 10, with weight 10, how many edges are there? Only one is there, that is 4 to 5. So you can see the whole diagram. So 4 to 5, 8 for 5 to 4. Next, with 11, with weight 11, so you can see weight 11, how many edges are there? 1 to 7. 1 to 7. With next, after 11 weight, what is the weight? 12. Is there any edge with 12 weight? No. Is there any edge with 13 weight? No. Is there any edge with weight 14? Yes. Only one edge is there, that is 3 to 5. Now I will add that 3 to 5 to the list. So you can see the list. You can see the list. So you can see. So first one is I will arrange all order of weights. You can see that one. So first what I will do, I will sort the edges according to the their weights and keep in an ascending order. That's the first step. So next step is, you can see that one. So first one is pick. Next step is pick an edge and see that no cycle is formed. See, that's the main step. No cycle is formed. That why he is telling no cycle is formed. If the cycle happens, then it will become a graph. But we want a minimum spanning tree. So in the next step, I will be adding one edge to the already given graph, and I will find until no cycle is formed. Okay, see. So the first edge with minimum weight is what? So 1. So here you can see the list. What is the weight? 1. What are the source and destination vertices? 7 and 6. 7 and 6. 7 and 6. 1. 7 and 6. And the edge is 1. Next. Next one is what? 8 and 2. Source vertex is 8. What destination vertex is 2. While adding 8 and 2, we should see no cycle is formed. So I will be adding that one. So I have added 7 to 6 is there. Next weight is weight 2. In weight 2, only one is there. That is 2 and 8. I have added. No cycle is formed. Okay. Then it's okay. Next edge in the ascending order is 6 to 5. It is also having weight 2. That we will add in the third step. And see that no cycle is formed. So no cycle was formed. Okay, it's okay. So that's the third step. Next one. Next weighted edge is 4. What is the source and destination? 0 and 1. I will add to the given graph and see that no circle is formed. So no circle is formed. Okay. The fourth step, I have added 0 to 1 to the given graph. No cycle is formed. Okay. Next one is, next weight is also 4. With 4, I am having 2 edges. First one is 0 and 1. Next one is 2 to 5. I will add 2 to 5 in the fifth step and see that no cycle is formed. You can see the diagram. Yes, no cycle is formed. 2 to 5, no cycle is formed. So I added to the given graph in the step 5. Now, next edge is having weight 6, starting address and ending address 8 and 6. So what is this? Between 8 and 6, I am having the edge 6. Now we will be adding that one. So See here, I am not adding 8 and 8 to 6, 8, 6 edge. So previous diagram is, you can see here. Now I can't add 8 to 6 edge to the given minimum spanning tree. Why? Because it happens, there exists a cycle. If I add 8 to 6 in the algorithm in the 6th step, what will happen? An edge, that then a cycle from 2 to 8, 8 to 6, 6 to 5, 5 to 2 will be built. So what's the main rule? While adding the edges in the ascending order to the given graph, there should be no cycle formed. That's the main thing we have to understand. So I will discard 8 to 6. I will not add to the given graph. So 6th step is over. Okay. Next one is edge we having weight 7, and that is from 2 to 3. I should add from 2 to 3. So you can see. So 1 minute. So 2 to 3 I added. This is the previous one. In 6th step, I have discarded 8 to 6 edge. In the 7th step, I added 2 to 3. So the resultant graph you can see here. While adding 2 to 3, is there any cycle formed? No. So I have added to the given graph. Next one is weight is 7, and it is source and destination is 7 to 8. So if I add 7 to 8, I should see, is there any cycle forming? Yes. So if I add 7, 8 edge, so you can see 7, 8 edge with having weight 7, then a cycle is formed. That's what no. So you can see, I will explain here. So if I add like this, what will happen? Automatically, 1 minute. If I add 78 edge, then what will happen? Automatically, 1 minute. If I add 78, automatically cycle is formed. You can see 78, 8 to 2, 2 to 5, 5 to 6. You can see 78, 8 to 2, 2 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7. So a cycle is formed. So I will discard the edge 7, 8. I will not add to the given tree which I am building, given minimum standard which I am building. So discard 8, 7, 8. Next one. Next one. Next edge is with having weight 8, and its source and destination are 0 to 7. I should add that one. 1 minute. Zero to 7. So 0 to, yes. So in the 9th step, I am adding 0 to 7. 0 to 7. So is there any cycle formed? No. If I add that 0 to 7, no cycle is formed. So I added the edge 0 to 7 with weight 8. Then also it's okay. Now, what is the next edge? Next edge is also having 8, weight 8, but it is from source 1 to 2, vertex 1 to 2. See, if in the 10th step, if I add from 1 to 2, then what will happen? Yes, cycle is formed. That is 1 to 2, 2 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 0, 0 to 1. The cycle is formed. So what will happen? It will not become a minimum spanning tree. So what I should do? I should discard 1, 2. The edge 1, 2, I will not add to the given spanning tree. Okay. 1 minute. Okay. So I will go for the next stage. What is the next stage? 9. the edge with weight 9. What are the starting and end end vertices 3 and 4? So 3, 4 vertex, 3, 4 edge. So you can see that. So you can see the minimum span. If I add the edge 3, 4 to the given minimum spanning tree, is there any cycle form? No. So I will include that one, 3, 4. Okay. Next, edge next 10, weight 10, edge next to weight 10 edge 5, 4. What is the source and destination? 5 and 4. 5, 4. See, the next step, if I add 5, 4, so you can see that. If I add 5, 4, then it will become a cycle, that is 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 2. It will become a cycle. So I should not add 5, 4 edge to the, I should not add a 5, 4 edge to the given minimum span. So I will delete that one. Okay. I will not add 5, 4. Next one. Next edge is having weight 11. What's the source and destination vertices? 1 and 7. So if I see that, if I can add 1 and 7. So if I add 1 and 7, then also a cycle is formed. You can see here. Then also the cycle is formed. So I will not add 1, 7 edge to the given minimum spanning tree. Okay. So next edge is having weight 14. 14. What are the starting and ending vertices, source and destination vertices? 3 and 5. So what? See, I will see 3 and 5. So you can see this one. If I add like this, 3, 5 edge, automatically cycle is formed. That is 3 to 5, 5 to 2, and 2 to 3. So I should discard that one. There is no use of adding that one. A cycle is formed. So I will also discard the 3, 5, and I will not add to the given minimum span tree. So finally, what is the minimum span tree? This is the minimum span tree. This is in this type. If I connect the vertices of a graph, I can visit all the vertices with minimum value, with minimum weight. That is, if you take as a cities, if you number these as cities 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there are some 9 cities in the country. If I want to visit all the 9, we want to connect all these 9 cities with electricity transmission lines of what we call networks, something like that is what we call telecommunication network. Then what will be the minimum distance with which I can connect all these cities in the given country? It is connected in this way. So what is the weight if we connect like this? If I connect in this way, I can connect all the cities with minimum value. So what is the minimum value? 4 plus 8, 12. 12 plus 1, 13. 13 plus 2, 15. 15 plus 2, 17. 17 plus 4, 21. 21 plus 7, 28. 28 plus 9, 37. So the minimum spanning tree is having the weight 37. Again, once we will take the weight. 9, 7 is 16. 16 plus 4, 20. 22, 24. 24 plus 1, 25. 25 plus 8, 33. 33 plus 4, 37. Yes. The minimum spanning tree is having the minimum weight as 37. So that is the thing you can see. So this is the minimum spanning tree and the weight is 37. it is equal to 37. Okay,